Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran. Obviously, you probably could have guessed that from the title of the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a divine masculine, feminine update for the next week, right? So today is Monday, August 5th. So this is basically going to be until, let's say, right, Sunday, next Monday, August 10th or 11th, that type of thing. So basically I'm just going to be looking at your guys' the energy, headspace, mental, that's the mental thing. I can't speak. I'm going to be looking at your guys' energy, divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy, the head and heart space for both of you guys, and then also the actions you guys are taking, and then the outcome for the possible relationship, right? So, and again, guys, remember that this isn't necessarily that it's, don't get too attached to the timing, because the timing of it does not necessarily, time is fluid, so don't get too attached to what might happen. This is just potential energy going on here, so don't worry too much about that, okay? Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing free readings right now. I'm gonna stop doing free readings until Friday, okay? And I'm gonna have a website up by then with my prices. The reason that I haven't really been charging, or the reason that I have reluctance in charging, is because I feel a bit weird about charging people for spiritual services. Because I've seen people's prices on YouTube, and some of them are very expensive, ones that are probably very helpful to people, but I also noticed that or I know that a spiritual awakening often shakes up your life, and there are many points in a spiritual awakening in which you don't have any money, because you're following your dreams, or the old has to die away for the new to begin. So I know that when people most need clarity, they often don't have the money to do anything about it, right? And so this is this can be really hard for people. So I don't want to charge too much for people for readings and stuff. I'm gonna make the most expensive thing that I have $40. Really, I would rather people get clarity and save most of their money and spend it on things that really matter, like chocolate. So don't worry about any of that. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to start charging them, but it's going to be free until Friday. So if you watch this video and you want a free reading, again, it's going to be free until this Friday, which is like August something. I don't know. You tell me, okay? If today's the 5th, then Friday's what, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th? Friday the 9th? Something like that, all right? So just giving you guys an update, okay? So I'm going to light this candle because I think I read somewhere that you can't do a tarot reading without lighting a candle. So I had to do that. You can't. You have to have a candle, you have to have crystals, which I have, and you have to have a tarot deck, and I think that's it. I think it's like a rule. If you don't have, one of those things at least, I think you get, someone shows up to your house and beats the shit out of you. I'm not sure. I just being safe. So I actually did this video a little bit earlier. I started to do this video earlier, but I got interrupted. Because by people doing laundry. You might hear the machine going off, but it could be very loud, so you're gonna have to forgive me if it is. I'm just trying to angle this in a better way. Okay, so let me get started. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. Energies and whatnot. I pulled the first three cards for the first three cards I pulled. I did before the video interrupted. So I'm just going to show you what they are again, because I don't know how to edit videos right now. So unfortunately, I just have to. If I get interrupted, I just have to stop the video and start again. I'm not there yet, but the first three cards that I got last time, when I started this video before I got interrupted, I'm just going to show them to you again, and then I'm going to pull more additional cards, okay? And don't worry, you can trust me that they're real, because I'm a guy on YouTube, okay? Most trustworthy person ever, obviously. So, again, the first card that I got for this reading was the Eight of Wands, okay? So what's going on, and this is what's going on with the divine masculine energy at this time, okay? So what's going on with their energy right now is that they feel like communicating. There's a communicative energy going on with the divine masculine at this time. Okay, so this is basically suggesting that they feel very pent up. You can see by this volcano and the kind of metaphor that it's that it's suggesting is that they have this pent-up sort of a passion and energy that they need to release, and that's why you can see those dragons being blown up there, right? Right now, divine masculines are energetically feeling like they really need to communicate. And after that, I pulled the Temperance card, okay? And the Temperance card is about spiritual nourishment, balance, really coming to terms with physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Water often represents cleansing, also represents drowning, but for this purpose, it represents cleansing, right? So it's about getting things, going in there, getting all the dirt off of you. So right now at this time, the energy is to them is very much about enlightenment, right? They're going through a phase, and because after this, I ended up pulling the High Priestess card, which is about intuition, trusting your higher self, and about, again, speaks to that awakening, right? So there's an energy already for these guys where it's like, for these divine masculines, where they want to communicate, but they're also unsure how, and so they have to listen to their intuition. And what I was saying in the video before I got interrupted by the people that live and share my space, goddamn them, is that the reason why it's so hard for them to come forward and why they are trusting their intuition and what to do is because have you ever done something wrong or needed to apologize to somebody and you just keep waiting and waiting, and then it just gets harder and harder to pick up the phone, harder and harder to call, harder and harder to say something, and then there might be, you never really feel ready, and the more you prolong it, it just seems the worse it gets, right? So you need to understand that, and that's why you have this Eight of Wands, is because they have so much that they need to say, and they just don't know how to say it, and because they don't know, they don't understand it. But that's why they're going through this spiritual, this enlightenment, right? This temperance. There's some information coming to them during this week that is really going to help open them up towards the connection. Okay, so I'm going to pull 2 more cards because this is about the time that I stopped last time when I was doing the reading. All right. So, dear Spirit, please tell me what the divine masculine energy is like at this time. Please tell me what else they're going through energetically. Help everybody out. So what is the divine masculine is going through? Yep. So I also got the Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups is about an emotional woman. If I'm just gonna guess what they're going through energetically, I just feel like they're wading through the emotions, or they're wading through the waters of their life right now. So I feel like the energy is really helping them open up their heart. Okay, because this woman, the Queen of Cups, follows her heart. She has a lot to give, a lot of emotions to give. Quite frankly, just energetically, because this isn't an action card and because it's just referencing what energetically they're feeling, I feel like they have a lot of emotions right now, okay? And that also is why there's that Eight of Wands. It's like they have so much inside of them that they need to say, but they can't really. So let me get one more card. So, dear Spirit, what is the divine masculine energetically going through at this time? Yeah, and so I got 2 more cards, okay? And this is really interesting because I got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm going to pull both of them because both of these coming out is really good. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So energetically, there's a destiny at play. There's the fate, okay? They can't do anything about it, and you can't do anything about it, because look what I got after that. I got the Six of Cups. Okay, now again, this isn't an action. I didn't ask what they're taking. This is an energy. But again, it's a reminiscent, melancholy type of energy, okay? So as an influence, it's like there's something's going to happen inside of their life, with their intuition, where they're going to start looking at this relationship differently. That something's going to turn within the relationship. Something is going to change, and it's going to cause them energetically to be in an energy space of wanting to return. Okay, and that's why August is a month of communication. Again, this is a general reading, but generally speaking, a lot of divine masculines are going to be communicating this month because energetically they feel this pull towards the divine feminine, and having that Wheel of Fortune very much is suggesting that there's some type of event beyond anybody's control that's written in the stars, destiny type of thing that's going to be happening between the divine couple. Okay, so that's really good for their energy. Okay, that's really awesome. That's really positive, and other adjectives. Okay, so let me find out about the divine feminine energy at this time. Okay, let's find out what's going on with the divine feminine energy. So dear Spirit, what's going on with the divine feminines at this time? What energy is the divine feminines in? And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the divine feminines are in a little bit of a defensive energy, but we'll see what I get going on here. So dear Spirit, what energy? And this is, wow, look at this shit. Divine feminine. You divine feminines are in your divine feminine energy. Wow, that laundry is loud. I feel like it's going to explode and kill me. I couldn't think of a better way to die, honestly. Anyway, divine feminine energy. Okay, this is the Empress card. This is about creativity. So you guys are in your zone creatively, okay? It also speaks to mothering, nurturing, but you guys are in your divine feminine energy, because you guys are divine feminine. So this is just speaking to what you guys already know. But you guys might be taking a lot of creative projects right now, doing a lot of things. Honestly, I'm doing so much I actually need to take a break. But this is just one of the things that's my divine feminine, right? Doing this, like this creative type of tarot, right? You guys might be doing your own thing, very much focusing on your own inner divine feminine power. Okay, so that's very good energy to be in. That creative energy where you're creating, you're nurturing projects and goals and talent, right? So we'll see what else we got going on here. What else is going on with the Jesus Christ, that is so loud. That is like somebody put a dog in there or something. Oh my God. Right, energetically, what else is going on with the divine feminine this time? What else is going on with the divine feminine energetically? I really wish I would have done this later, but I wanted to go to sleep, so I decided to do it now. So again, divine feminine, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this also speaks to a little bit of education, taking on a little bit more financially or responsibility, that type of stuff. But it is very about determination and focus. So I feel like a lot of divine feminines are actually in an energy of being focused on their 3D world right now. So focused on their finances. Okay, I definitely feel that way myself. It's glad to have that confirmation for me. For you guys, you might feel the same way. Okay, so you guys have there's an aspect going on, an energy of focusing on just what you can control at this time. So energetically, what else is going on with divine feminine? Yeah, so right here you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about showing off what you've earned, hard work paying off. Okay, so you guys might be feeling some things beginning for you after all the hard work that you've been through. Using small examples from my own life, I feel like since when I started doing a YouTube channel, I didn't feel like it was going anywhere. And even though I don't have as many subscribers as other people, it's more like I feel like I'm actually helping people now, and this also speaks to that energy as well. So divine feminines, you guys might be even feeling that whatever you're doing in your 3D is paying off, that there is some results and rewards coming through, okay, which is great. So as an energy, it's almost like you're feeling appreciative. There's some appreciation for the 3D going on right now for the divine feminines. Things might be turning in your favor a little bit. Also notice that we have the Four of Swords. So you guys are still healing, okay? There's still very much an energy of trying to heal past pain and past hurt. You guys might resonate with that. There is still that element going on energetically, and it's important to get out of that energy, because when you're still in pain, it's going to make it hard for your divine masculine to come back, because they are, because if they do come back and you're still in pain, you're very much more likely to reject them or not be in a space where you can accept them. So it's just saying that you guys are healing. After this, we have the Magician card. Okay, the Magician card is coming out underneath the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. So that's basically saying that you guys are manifesting this union, manifesting destiny. You guys are manifesting your dreams. Okay, this dragon does not look like a magician. I honestly don't. This is the dumbest card I've ever seen in my whole life. This is like one of the only cards I don't like the design of in this particular deck. It's like whoever started this was like, yeah, what would be good for a magician? A fucking dumb dragon surrounded by some energy. Anyway, it is the Magician card, though. I've double-checked. Basically just speaks to manifesting your desires. Okay, so energetically, you guys are feeling like it's like you're being called to basically take matters into your own hands rather than wait for destiny to come towards you, okay? And this is actually part of your spiritual awakening and part of any twin flame journey, okay? There often comes a point where you have to, the signs from the universe stop coming, and it's because you have to just decide what you actually want rather than rely on some spirit guide to tell you what you need to do, right? Now it's up to you, okay? So let me see what else I can get energetically for the divine feminine, dear spirit. Energetically, what else? Okay, this card fell. Stop falling. Yeah, and then the last card is the Five of Pentacles, okay? So this is a test of resources. You can see this dragon showing off, where he's standing there's a light behind him, standing in front of these pentacles that he's got going on here. The Five of Pentacles is about also being left out in the cold, but as an energy, and you could also be feeling that way a little bit, but you are trying to manifest a way out of that, okay? And it is coming out underneath the Six of Cups, so it's almost like a mirroring energy. It's like the divine masculine's getting into an energy where they're getting ready to return, where they're getting ready to communicate, and the divine feminines are kind of like trying to focus on themselves, trying to heal and manifest a way where they don't where they don't feel so like pain anymore, where they don't feel like they've been left by anybody, right? Divine feminines are basically empowering themselves, and that's why you have some of this choppy energy going on, where the divine masculines are very much trying to shifting, right? Both parties are shifting. Divine feminines are shifting into their own power, and I've said this time and time again, the ultimate goal of the divine feminine is to realize that they do not need their divine masculine to be happy, and the ultimate goal of the divine masculine is to realize that they do need the divine feminine to be happy. And I don't mean in either sense that it's supposed to complete you, like, you have completion within yourself. I just simply mean the divine masculine goal is to get to a point where they realize that the divine feminine was true love after all, and the divine feminine gets to a point where they always had the ability to love themselves completely. Okay, and that's the energies that are going on here for this first week. So this is very good. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys did hear from your divine masculine, many of you, by the end of August. And even if you didn't, I feel like a lot of you will be okay with that, and that's also just as powerful, right? It's actually probably more powerful. So that's the energy for you guys, for divine masculines up top, divine feminines. I'm going to be pulling, what did I say I was going to do next? I don't even remember. Right, I'm going to be getting Headspace. We'll start with Headspace. So what the divine masculine is, what's going on in their head right now, okay? So dear spirit, what is divine masculine thinking about right now? What's their headspace like at this time? Find out what their headspace is like, okay? So again, yeah, you have the Page of Cups, okay? So this is matching up with their energy pretty nicely already. This is about love news, okay? So what they're thinking, and they are still drinking from their own cup, but they are thinking a slower type of energy of coming forward, or at least expressing their emotions a little bit more. Could even be talking about you guys with other people, okay? Because Page is often a messenger, so it often involves communication, but slower communication. Could even be email, text, that type of thing, or just simply talking about you to friends and family again, right? Getting into an energy where they're feeling that emotion again. So they are thinking about the love that they have between you and their divine feminine, or okay, I said that stupidly. They are thinking about the love that they have with you, the divine feminine. Okay. So what else is divine masculine thinking about at this time? What else is their headspace like? Divine masculine headspace. What else is the divine masculine headspace like at this time? I should stop. These cards keep falling on the most terrible part of the floor. This is the Five of Swords, okay? So they're still thinking about some of the loss, and that's probably why it's next to the Page of Cups, right? Because they are still thinking about some of the loss that's happened between you guys. They are reminiscing and thinking very heavily. This is a thinking card, by the way, a swords card. Thinking about the loss that has occurred between you guys, okay? That conflict and defeat, basically, like, not knowing where to go. You can see this dragon's kind of tentative, unsure of where he stands, because, they don't really know where they stand with their divine feminine, okay? They might even think that you guys have moved on. They might be unsure of how to handle the situation. Very unsure, okay? There's that loss that they're thinking about. What else can I get here for the divine masculine's headspace? Okay, let me see what else I can get going on for the headspace. Okay, I'll get two more cards. So this is interesting. So I have the Eight of Cups, okay? Eight of Cups is about moving on emotionally. Okay, so they're already thinking that their divine feminines has moved on. And I was just saying that before I pulled this card, so it's already a nice little synchronicity. It's pretty much that simple, moving on to calmer waters. They probably, again, they're unsure, they don't know. They feel like after this loss, you guys have moved on, or they feel that they've moved on, or that they're just unsure of what's actually happened with their divine feminine. Okay, so their headspace is very much thinking about the loss. Okay, I'm going to get one more card. What else is the divine masculine's headspace going on right now with this connection? Yeah, they definitely feel that you guys have moved on because of that loss, all right? And they feel it energetically, and that's good. Again, I want to say this as much as possible. Don't just hear this and then go, oh, I can stop moving on. Like, you got to go all the way with it. You cannot trick the universe into believing that you're over that you can move on. And then look at this. You have another thinking card. You have the Seven of Swords. So this is about theft, deceit, dishonesty, illusions. Not so much about illusions, but it is because in this card specifically, because I also go on what the card looks like. This is about this woman with these swords. I mean, this card is pretty stupid looking too, to be honest. But you can see this dragon in the background. It's a shadow, right? It's almost like the dragon isn't really there. So there's an element of something scary that isn't really there. And there's these swords surrounding her head, right? Which is almost like not being able to think clearly because of this fear, because of this dishonesty. Like you have to live in fear of your own shadow type of thing. So again, divine masculines are they're just very much stuck in their head, very unsure of what to do. Did the divine feminine move on? Did they whatever? Am I still in their heart? That type of energy, right? They don't know what to think. And so it's just a very much trapped mental energy. But they are thinking about their love for you guys, okay? And they just think that you guys have moved on. And again, keep moving on. Don't just hear this and go, oh, that's enough, I can reach out or something like that. No, you want to really feel like you don't need them anymore, because that's when they come back, okay? So let me find out about Divine Feminine's headspace, okay? So, dear Spirit, what is the Divine Feminine's headspace at this time? Interesting, okay? New direction. This is the Chariot. Again, those dragons speak to yin and yang, the polarity, the twin flames, the dual. You can see this man and the woman up there, up top. Heading in a new direction. So the Chariot is all about drive, travel, direction, just going, focusing, refocusing your efforts and your time into something else, okay? I'm just going to speak for me. I'm definitely doing this myself. Really, really focused on what I can do and what I can control and where I can go and what I want to happen in my life, okay? I'm very much in that energy, whereas I used to, honestly, even a couple months ago, be so completely, just trapped and not knowing what to do at all, okay? And now I feel like there's a new direction in my life and I'm heading towards it, even if it's slowly, and I feel like you guys are too, okay? So that's very good. So this is just confirmation that you guys are thinking about heading in a new direction, thinking about how to do that, okay, with some new energy, okay? You might not be fully there, but you are getting there. So what else is Divine Feminine headspace like at this time? Dear Spirit, Divine Feminine headspace. Divine Feminine headspace. Yeah, so you have the King of Swords, okay? So this is another thinking card. This is about removing obstacles from your mind, having that clarity, confidence, that sharpness, okay? This is about using your intellect rather than your heart, okay? And again, remember how I was saying earlier that the feminines might be in a little bit more of a defensive energy? This almost plays to that a little bit. It's not saying that you're completely defensive, that you have your guard up completely, but it is saying that you're using your intellect and your head to determine, to lead the way now, because your heart has kind of disappointed you when you were leading with your heart, and so right now you're kind of using your intelligence and your own ability to discern things to keep you from making the wrong decisions again, right? So you guys are very much using this as a new direction, right? You were following your heart before, and it led you to pain and heartbreak, and now you guys, you know what? I need to think a little bit more clearly. So let me be the King of Swords energy, okay? So you guys are thinking with more confidence, more clarity. At least you guys are wanting to, right? You might be emulating that energy a little bit more than you have been in the past. So let me see what else I can get for the Divine Feminine's headspace. I gotta cards drop all the way, man. Stop dropping pieces of shit. Okay. Sorry. Five of Cups, right? This speaks to loss, okay? And again, you guys still might be, this is coming out underneath the Eight of Cups. So again, it's like you guys are like, you know what? The relationship's over. It's done. The cycle's complete. Let me just focus on what I can, right? You can see these cups in the background knocked over. Dragon's like, yeah, screw that stuff. I don't need that shit anymore. So a lot of you, again, like I was saying throughout this video, are focusing on what you can control and what you can give your love to. I just heard somebody scream across the street. I hope nobody's getting strangled. Anyway, so you guys are just trying to focus on what you can control. Give your emotions and your energy into the parts of yourself that actually give back, rather than giving it to your Divine Masculine, who is time and time again proven to not be able to give back to you guys. So you guys are thinking about the loss that's occurred, and thinking about again what you can actually give your love and energy to. Okay. So what else is going on with the Divine Feminine's mental space at this time? Mental space of the Divine Feminine. This is the Knight of Wands. So this is basically saying that as an energy, the Knight of Wands says that events speed up and blockages are lifted. So as a mental space, you guys are just looking on like I was saying up there with that Five of Pentacles, you guys are looking for ways to get out of your head, looking for ways to speed life up. Okay, sometimes you might be doing that a little bit too much. Okay, this is just a general reminder. Some advice coming through to my mind right now is just take it a little bit slower than you guys are, if you feel the need to, because you can get overexhausted pretty quickly. Because the Knight is a very fast energy, so you guys are really looking for things to pick up. Okay, and so you're thinking about how to get things going, how to get your energy back, that type of stuff, right? So that is the headspace for both of you guys. Let me now get into the heart space, all right? Yeah, that's heart space. Okay, so we're going to find out about the divine masculine heart space. So, dear spirit, what is the divine masculine feeling inside of their heart at this moment? Divine masculine heart space. What is the divine masculine feeling? Jesus, fuck me. God damn, all these cards falling out. All right. This is pretty good to get. This is the star card, okay? You can see again that duality, the twin flames. The two dragons there, not looking at each other, but very, very connected. And so the star card is about hope and faith and belief in the destiny, basically, that the twin flame relationship is real, that their divine other is still thinking about them, like that phrase, wish upon a star. There is a song that you guys should listen to. Every time I see this card, I get a song that comes into my head. And I believe it's called Somewhere Out There. Now, they did a rendition of it on a show called Community. If you haven't seen that show, you should watch the first 3 seasons. It's very good. I would look up the Community version, but the song is called Somewhere Out There, and it's just speaking to like wishing that you guys would see each other, that somebody thinking about you. So I feel like they think about you inside of their heart, and they do have faith and hope in their relationship. Okay, so we'll see what else I can get. Yeah, so I remember this card flew out as well. This is the 7 of Cups, okay? 7 of Cups is opportunities and confusion, and because it is a Cups card, it's like they do see you as one of their opportunities in life, but they're just a little bit confused about you. So emotionally, it's like they have hope about you, but they do have an element of confusion going on. Again, they don't know if you've moved on or not. Dear Spirit, what else is going on with the heart space for the Divine Masculine at this time? Yeah, so again, remember how I was saying that they're uncertain? You have the 2 of Pentacles, okay? 2 of Pentacles is about juggling. This also speaks to the relationship, but it also tells me that they are feeling you inside of their heart, okay? They just, again, are a little bit unsure, juggling their emotions for you at this time, juggling their heart and their mind, and also what's going on in their daily life, right? So we'll get one more card, but having a 2 there is good because it does represent both of you in the relationship. So dear, what else is going on? Yeah, but look at this. You have the Ace of Swords, and even though that's a mental card, a mental energy of a new beginning, any ace is really great. And so in their heart, it's almost like having this Ace of Swords inside of their heart space, to me, is almost like a new decision being made. So I feel like they're finally going to listen to their head, or their head's finally going to listen to their heart. They are going to have a new beginning in which something matches up in their life, okay? It's just the Ace of Swords is really like a complete clarity. It's like, oh my God, I like an epiphany. Do you know what I mean? Like, I should be doing this. This is how I should be. So inside of their heart, I can tell you that they're definitely going to get to a place where they understand everything a little bit more clearly. Because at the beginning you have the Star card, right, which is hope and faith, and then at the end I feel like that hope and faith is going to pay off, and there's going to be something that's that they can move forward with, right? But again, emotionally, there's not a lot of Cups card or anything. It's more of hoping and wishing than it is anything else. And that's still, again, you have that element where you have to wait a little bit, right? And that's why they haven't come forward. There's still that 2 of Pentacles inside their heart where they're unsure, but it is leading towards something positive. Again, don't get too attached to the time frame at all, because in the energy you did have the Wheel of Fortune, meaning that no matter what you do, it's going to happen anyway. You just have to let it happen. Okay, so do whatever it is you're going to do. But know that it's going to happen. And again, this is what the Divine Feminine has as a gift. Okay, they know that the Divine Masculine is going to come back. You guys know that. When you doubt that, that's when all the confusion and the pain comes in, because you're doubting what you absolutely know 100%. That is the gift that's been given to you. What you don't have and what you really want is the how and the when and where, and all those questions. Okay, so we just give up control a little bit. Because there is going to be a new beginning inside of their heart where it's like they wake up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? They finally, it's like having this inside of their heart is where like any blockage that they have about the Divine Feminine is going to be completely lifted, and that's, it's near the Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay, so let me find out about the heart space for the Divine Feminine. So, dear Spirit, what's the heart space for the Divine Feminine? First card I got was the Moon. This is pretty interesting. That's right underneath the star. Moon is about illusion. You guys don't know what you're supposed to feel. It's like, is they, a lot of you at this time could be like, oh my god, are they my twin flame, are they not my twin flame, karmic, what is it, I just want some clarity, right? So you guys are living kind of at night right now, right? A lot of you guys also could be up at night and can't sleep, that type of energy, because the moon is pretty, right? I've never met anybody that hates the moon, and if I did, I'd probably be like, that's enough of you for the rest of my life. But as far as an energy goes in a heart space, it's just, you guys aren't really sure what to think, right? Because the moon is pretty, but again, when you look at the moon, it's at nighttime, and though things look pretty, they could also look scary, and they could also look prettier than they really are. It's at night, you don't see things, right? At best, you can hope for a shitty street lamp, right? But having that underneath the star card is, those energies are very, very similar towards each other, and I think they're actually, the moon is actually one step ahead of the star card. So the moon is like, it's like they have hope and faith, and you've had hope and faith for so long that inside of your heart, it's like, I don't even know if I care anymore, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So again, that's a confirmation of where you are. So I'll get some more cards. Spirit, what's the heart space looking like for the Divine Feminine? Give me the cards that I asked for. Oh, there we go. The card fell down. Oh, this is interesting. Remember how I was just saying, don't know what to believe? You have the Lover's card, okay? So, but this is a twin flame card, so inside of your heart, you're definitely thinking about your twin flame, but it's the illusions about your twin flame, right? Whether or not they're your twin flame or not, whether or not you should do this, whether or not you should look for a soulmate. Oh my god, this person, I can flirt with this person. Oh, they seem to like me, etc., etc. Oh, maybe I should take this job, maybe I should move away. A lot of decisions inside of your heart right now, because your divine masculine, you can't force the situation, you can't make them come forward, they haven't come forward, they aren't communicating, there's this energy, we don't know what's going on, and so a lot of decisions are being made in your heart right now. Having this inside of your heart is absolutely telling me, it's like right next to the moon card is like, shit, are they my twin flame or not? A lot of you guys are basically evaluating inside of your heart whether or not to give this a chance, whether to give this relationship any more effort than needs to be, basically just saying, what, should I just cut the cord and move on? And while you can't actually cut the cord, you can make a decision to move on and accept that you'll always love them, but that you might not be with them in the physical. And that's sort of the energy that you guys are in inside of your heart, and that also causes some pain. And with that illusion, that's where the illusions come from, because you feel like you love them, but there's nothing to show for it, right? So let me see what else I can get for your heart space, Divine Feminine heart space. Yeah, so this is, again, I was just saying moving on. The spirit is crazy sometimes, right? This is the Six of Swords. This is about moving on. This is about mentally getting to a better place where you've just had enough, right? So again, it's like inside of your heart, it's like, having a swords card inside of your heart always speaks to some type of element of confusion, right? Because swords often belong in your headspace, right? But having them in your heart is like, having a feeling of just pain, right? Any swords cards mostly has to do with pain, but you can still see in this card there, the swords are in a bed of flowers, right? And so it's almost like a beautiful relationship that you it's like you have to move away from this beautiful relationship, and you don't really want to, but the beauty has been stabbed to death, or you can't really kill a flower, or you can, but whatever I was saying, I'm sure it had a point, but you get it. It's a beautiful thing that's kind of, and you feel like you have to move away from it, but you also know that the pain is too much to stay. And so again, you have this element inside of your heart where it's like, is the Divine Masculine really gonna do anything? I have to move on. I have to get into a place where I feel better, which is important that you guys do that, of course. But, of course, it causes confusion, right? It's not the best energy to be in. And right after that, you have the Four of Cups, okay, which is about ignoring your emotions. And so your heart space right now for the Divine Feminine, again, like I said at the beginning of the reading, is really not knowing how to feel a little bit defensive, not feeling the love like you used to. Because you guys are very much not sure, okay? It's not that you don't have the love for them, it's that you're taking time to rest and think about what you really want, because your Divine Masculine has not given any of that to you. And just to say this to you guys, if you guys do focus on what it is that you really want, you will get it. Because you do manifest your reality with your thoughts, and you align them with your heart. And even though at this time you might not be with your Divine Masculine, that doesn't mean that you never will, and it doesn't mean that your heart is wrong for having feelings or emotions. And I can often feel like you've been betrayed by the universe, and I'm sure that's part of the process, to be honest, because it causes you to really rely on your own self more than it does signs from the universe, right? Where you stop looking at the universe and saying, give me, give me, give me, and you say, you know what? You haven't given me it, and it's never really turned out well anyway, so maybe the universe was just trying to protect me from something. Protect me from more pain. Maybe this pain is self-imposed. Maybe I should find out what it is I really want, and then maybe my divine masculine might show up, right? Or when they do show up, maybe I'll be ready for them a little bit more. You know what I mean? So during this time, you guys in your heart are really just ignoring that feeling and trying to move on with your life right now, because again, you guys are focused more on your finances and what you can do and what you can control. Okay, and again, be in this energy. I know it seems a little bit sad, or a little bit you feel a little bit disconnected from your twin flame, but you kind of have to be disconnected. And during a spiritual awakening, you have to be disconnected from everything in order to really find out what it is that you want. You have to feel lost, right? You have to feel lost, otherwise everybody else would find what you're looking for, number one. And number two, if it's worth anything, then you have to be lost to find it. Do you know what I mean? Because again, other people would find it what it is you're looking for, and it's just speaking to what you want, and what you're waiting for is actually really worth it. Okay, but it's just calling on a little patience. This is more of a patient energy. Okay, it's just sitting and waiting, right? Which is what you guys have been doing a lot. But don't sit and wait for them. Sit and wait for you. Wait for the answer to come from within. Don't wait for them to give you an answer. Okay, because that's actually going to speed things on a little bit faster. So yeah, you guys are making decisions right now inside of your heart, and I feel that way myself. It's a tough energy to be in, but ultimately it's the most important energy to be in, because you guys are going to get through it. You guys really are going to get to a point where you guys feel that you can make a decision without there being some huge amounts of resistance in regards to this relationship, okay? Because I'm telling you, you guys are worth it. More than you think that you are, you guys are, all right? So I'm going to find out about the actions that the Divine Masculine is going to be taking towards this connection over the month of August. So dear Spirit, what actions is the Divine Masculine going to be taking towards the connection over the month of August? Yeah, look at this, guys, okay? This is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in romance, expressing their emotions, okay? Again, don't get too attached to the timing, but I did ask for the month of August, so for many of you, I feel that there is going to be a new beginning in love for you guys. They are going to express their emotions towards you, okay? Because, again, their energy was the Eight of Wands, and then it ended with the Six of Cups, okay? So I feel like there is going to be an expression of emotions this month. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be how you expect it or what you want. It could be small, but there is going to be something that's going to make you guys go, huh, shit, they actually told me something. So let me see what else I can get. Pull two more cards. What other actions is the Divine Masculine going to take towards this connection over the month of August, dear Spirit? Yeah, so this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is about independent woman, okay? They could just be, this could be about you. You could be the independent woman, but as an action, it's an offer. You can see this woman offering something that's very stable, right? She's on the earth right there, and her crown, she's surrounded by nature. This could be this expression of emotions in a very stable way, and something real and grounded. Okay, so they are going to take some type of grounded approach with their emotions towards you guys. Okay, something a little bit more thought out than rash, right? We'll see what other kind of energy or what other actions they're taking towards the connection, Spirit. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about prosperity. Okay, you can see this dragon rising up, wearing his pentacles, like some type of Gucci necklace. It's basically just saying that it's a time of comfort. So I feel like over the next month, I'll pull one more card actually, but I do feel already there's a stable energy of them. And Nine is also about letting go. So it's almost like they're going to be letting go of anything that was holding them back, really coming forward with a stable offer, expressing their emotions. Dear Spirit, what other actions the Divine Masculine will be taking towards the connection this month? Yeah, and then you have Justice, okay? And Justice is, well, it's justice. It's bringing balance back. It it's basically bringing balance back to the connection, and letting the Divine Feminine in on the secrets. Right, so if you guys have felt like you've been done wrong, then it's all going to be set right this month, okay, in whatever way, okay? It could be an internal process, it could be them coming back, but you guys are getting justice this month, okay? And remember, what they do energetically also affects you energetically, so remember that they could do something in their life that actually affects you energetically to where you feel like where you just decide that you've had your own balance, right? So whatever happens this month, you guys are going to feel balanced, okay? It can also mean that they might do something negative, but their negativity is so negative that it actually brings balance to yourself, where you go, oh shit, you know what? Fuck this. and you bring balance to yourself. But most likely, it's going to be some type of communication, because it is in a spread where you get the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I feel like they're going to express their emotions in this month, near future, right? And bring balance back to the connection. Okay, it's going to be stable as well. I'm just going to find out about the outcome, the potential outcome of this couple. Okay, so as a last thing, so dear Spirit, what is the potential outcome of this divine couple? Okay, so 1, you have the Hangman, which is about waiting and self-sacrifice. So you guys are already in that energy, right? So there is a bit of waiting. You guys are going to have to wait. What you already are. So what is it that you're waiting for? So let's get some more cards. Okay, 3 of Wands. This is an action card. This is a moving card. This is about waiting for your ships to come in. This is also about travel and adventure, taking some type of action, planning, enterprise, right? A little bit of success. You can see this dragon having crossed all of that fire behind him or her, or the dragon neutral. I don't know if they have genders. And they are, or this dragon has crossed all that fire, right? So it's also speaking to a little bit of movement going on. So it is heading in a direction. It's heading in a new direction. There's going to be some action and adventure going on with this connection. So the period of waiting is going to be over. So let's see what else I can get. Dear Spirit. Yeah. So the Hermit cards come out, okay? Hermit card is about introspection and about knowing what to do. So I feel like there's going to be an energy where they're moving forward, and this is going to cause a lot of you guys to have to go within and find out and listen to yourself and basically just spend time with yourself. Okay, so there is a period of spending time with yourself as you're waiting, of learning more, okay, of just spending time maybe in nature, just trying to cleanse your soul out a little bit as you wait for this. What else is the potential outcome of this relationship, dear Spirit? Did just get a card, but it didn't actually flip out. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I'll take this 8 of Swords, okay? This card came out. It didn't flip out. I usually take the cards that flip out, like, that fall out as a evidence of spirit, but I'm just gonna write this. I'm just gonna put it down here. The 8 of Swords, which is about feeling a little bit trapped, okay? Which is a mental energy. So what else is the outcome of this couple? Dear Spirit. Yeah, but then you have the 6 of Wands, okay? 6 of Wands is about victory and success and happiness, and it's a great news for relationship. Basically says that any relationship that you guys have is going to be completed, right? 3 plus 3 is 6, and you have a 3 right there, okay? So basically, as an outcome, it's saying that the period of waiting is going to be over. There is going to be some action and adventure. It is going to call for a period of, basically, I'm feeling like the being trapped inside of your head, or the feeling of being trapped or taken for granted, the fear that you can see this woman being held at Dragon Point, whatever, at her being held, taken for hostage, right? That energy is going to be over. You still might be in that energy of not knowing, right? There's going to be some periods of that. I'm not going to lie to you. There definitely is. I feel like that's why I pulled the 8 of Swords, even if it didn't flip out. But it is leading towards complete success. Okay, and this is a really good card. The 6 of Wands is one of the best cards to get. Okay, and if I was to go further, I would get the Queen. I would get the Queen of Wands. Okay, which is about creative enterprise and being in a passionate energy. And if I was to go further, again, I would get the 10 of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment and complete joy. I didn't pick those cards, they just happen to be the next 2 cards on top of the deck, okay? And the overall energy was the 9 of Cups, which is about joy and wish fulfillment and self-gratification and self-love, okay? So I feel like this is a really good reading and really positive, okay, especially over this next week. So I feel like a lot of you guys have something to look forward to, but as advice, again, guys, just for Divine Feminines, that is, just take a little bit time to yourself at this time. There is going to be some more waiting, but communication is coming in, and just spend time with yourself and figure out what it is that you really want, okay? Because that's actually going to make things go a lot farther along. Further, I never know. I think farther has to do with distance, and further is time. So let's say further. That's the one, okay? I knew high school and college would pay off for some reason. So yeah, it's gonna actually help when you figure out what it is that you want and take a break. You're actually gonna manifest it quicker, okay? And again, guys, free readings until Friday. Then I'm gonna start charging. I'll have my prices on the website that I'll attach to my bio, whatever. But again, they're not expensive because I don't really want to charge anybody that much money. I'd rather people get help than empty their bank account, okay? Okay, because that's more important to me than it is to charge you guys for something, okay? So, let me see here. Is there anything else I wanted to say? There probably is, but I don't care. Yes. So, yeah, free readings until Friday, and again, I do these about 3 times a week. This is Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine reading. Okay. Then there's always a Divine Masculine one, where it's just focused on the Divine Masculine, and then another one. I didn't do one for last week, but I am going to do it tomorrow or Wednesday, which is just about the Divine Feminine. And I know that a lot of you don't want to watch that one as much because it has nothing to do with the Divine Masculine, but I think those are the most important personally, because it is more about self-empowerment and what you guys should be doing during the times of separation. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. And let me know if this resonated, and if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, you can let me know too. You can tell me that that my shirt sucks. I don't care. I don't care about much. So you guys have a great night. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.